This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 4, Lesson 4. In this lesson, we're going to look at parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that always remain the same distance apart and therefore will never cross each other. The first direction says, on each object, trace one pair of lines that appear to be parallel. So if we look at the first picture of the musical note, I can trace along these vertical lines and show that they are parallel. Those lines would never cross each other and they remain the same distance apart. The piano keys have several different parallel lines. I'm just going to choose two, trace them, and show that they are parallel. Here I have the brick wall. Again, there's several different ones to choose from, but I'm going to show that the sides are parallel to each other. On the notebook paper, I'm going to trace two of the lines and show that they are parallel. These are parallel in a horizontal fashion. And on the buildings here, I'm going to trace one side of a building and show that it is parallel to the side of the building next to it. Here I have a trapezoid. The top of the trapezoid can be considered parallel to the bottom of the trapezoid. And here I have part of a ruler, and the vertical lines would be considered parallel and the top and bottom would be parallel as well. So I'm just going to choose two and show that they are parallel. This section says to determine which of the following figures have lines that are parallel, mark a pair of parallel lines with arrowheads and then identify the parallel lines with a statement. And we're to cross off any shapes that we see that do not have parallel lines. So you can see shape A has been done for us. They pointed out that the top and the bottom are parallel, and we can show that by drawing these arrows on the sides. The matching arrows mean that those two sides would be considered parallel. To show that in a statement, you would write line segment AB, has the line segment symbol above it, and line segment CD, again with the symbol above it, and then you would put the symbol for parallel in between the two line segments. If we go to shape B, again, the top and the bottom of this shape are parallel. That would be line segment HI and line segment JK, and I'll put the parallel symbol between the two line segments. Here are a few more shapes. In shape E, my opposite sides would be considered parallel, so I'm just going to choose two opposite sides, and I'll write that line segment ZF is parallel to line segment AW. Shape F is a triangle and none of the sides are parallel, so I'm going to cross that out. In shape G, I have a hexagon. On this hexagon, all the opposite sides are parallel to each other, so there are actually three sets of parallel sides. I'm just going to choose two of them. I'll say that this line segment is parallel to this line segment. So ST is parallel to PQ. And in my last shape, I have a pentagon. Here, the sides are parallel to each other, so that would be line segment YX is parallel to line segment VW.